So you remember my cat? Yeah, my cat from episode 2 that I thought I lost because I thought it got shot by pillagers or something? Yeah, she's here. She's just sitting on my bed. She just showed up the other day. Don't know where she came from. But now you guys have another animal to name. Oh, and that's right. We installed a mod on the server that allows you to get player heads. And I'm gonna go test it out. That part out. Yes! 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 So you know how I did the whole thing where like I killed myself so I could get my head, and I still love my head very much. I think it's very cool, but I had 28 levels. I was saving up so I could enchant my new diamond pickaxe when I got it. I had 28 levels! Oh, why am I so dumb sometimes? Okay, so now I think I want to head over to spawn and show you guys what I've been working on over there. And also, what is that? What is that? Oh my god. I bet that's something Drew built. I mean, in fact, I know it's something Drew built because it looks exactly like his tower. Okay, anyways, what I said is Drew set up a little sort of shopping district, and I claimed a spot and started working on my shop, which is going to be a cartography business. I'm going to sell my artistic services. I'm going to draw maps of people's bases, put waypoints on them for them, all sorts of cool stuff. Drew's city planning. Of course, of course.
Do you like
Oh! Oh my god, I am so easily startled. So I see you've got this big tower over here.
I do.
Don't we have any rules about building uniformity here? You're kind of towering over everything else.
And this flower right here is out of regulation.
Excuse me, that's my lilac.
Now it's in regulation.
Well, if you are a city planner, I must make a request.
Yeah, of course. What
Um,
can I help you?
For our aquaphobic citizens, it is a little difficult having to wade across the river every time I want to come over here. So I request a bridge across the river.
Interesting request, for sure. Potentially bridge, I might see what I can do there. I don't see why that's an unfair request.
Hello.
Oh, hello there.
Welcome to the community outreach program.
Hello, TV heads. I feel a little overwhelmed by, what's a couple of box screens staring down at me. Feel out of place.
I mean no harm. I mean no harm.
Why is he crouching closer towards me with that trident then?
Drew, stop scaring him. Oh dear, you have thorns.
Yeah, it's a very prickly man. He's already beaten me with his netherite sword multiple times.
He crushed one of my turtle eggs.
Oh.
In fairness, I didn't know that the eggs could be crushed by
So
me.
I told him verbally and aggressively not to go in there, and then he crushed one of my eggs.
Well, how could you do such a thing?
In my defense, I didn't even know there was anything in there. I only noticed the eggs existed after it was too late. I do have this tropical fish. I don't know if I can bring it back to life though.
I think they need to be in a bucket of water to stay alive. And I think that one might be dead.
If you just had a raw
looks-
fish in your pocket, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't
Just carrying
understand.
around a raw fish. I don't think that one
No,
stays
no.
alive.
I think he's good.
He's floating upside down. I think you need to accept.
What are you talking about? He's fine. He's fine. Look, he's enjoying it. He's spinning. Ah!
You just picked up a dead fish.
All right. So we got plots. I see. Wouldn't happen to so they're free, right?
Yeah, they're free, right?
Right?
The large purple rabbit, whose name I soon learned was Vav, wanted to build at the community center, but found Drew's established plots too small for his taste. So he began to build outside the city, but this seemed to upset Drew quite a bit, and tensions quickly rose between the two. Sensing they were close to getting into a physical fight, I knew I had to step in to try and talk some sense into my friend before things escalated out of control. Yeah, alright, let's stop this. Here. Drew, can I talk to you
I thought this was a.
Okay, so I know you're having some issues with this guy, right? And obviously it looks like it's gonna be pretty hard for you guys to come to a consensus, right? And I think that your problem is you're not really doing this out of any kind of authority. Like, you're just kind of making up the rules. And so, like, if you actually had, like, an official position of power, maybe he'd actually listen to you.
So how do you think these tools feel? My back, my tired arms, and my mind feels being spat in. My face is spat in right now. Because somebody is not satisfied with the free, keep in mind, free labor they received.
Well, let me put it this way then. If you truly did put in all of this hard work out of the goodness of your heart, and you used those tools to the best of your ability and put in all your blood, sweat, and tears into this very beautiful plot, this very beautiful area, might I add, then, yes, and many, many resources, no one can deny your commitment to the community. So, it should stand to reason that he would have no trouble winning an official office.
Well, of course, if it comes to that, you can make the plots as big as you like, but as a self-appointed official, not democratically elected, your plots stay this size.
Then why not just expand the town?
Expand the town? It was hard enough work getting this established.
Well, what if you had help?
Who's here to help me?
Well, I could offer my own services, and I'm sure that people, maybe someone we just met, who would be interested in larger plots, would be willing to help put in the work to establish larger plots.
If he would like to dig, as a matter of fact, I'll make you a verbal deal and you can meet with him so things don't get hostile, okay? If he would like to till from the corner of that area over there, it's not all the way to over here, because this is about a quarter of what I've done, I'll make bigger plots. As a matter of fact, actually, tell him not to worry about it, I'll do it.
Okay. Well, Drew has agreed to clear out more space for more plots. So you can have a bigger plot inside the city. Well,
What if I build on it and then there's like some sort of hidden documentation, and now all of a sudden I'm owing him all my diamonds for the rest of eternity.
well, he didn't give me his word on that. He only said he'd make room for larger plots.
I don't know if I want this shady tyrant to be my landlord, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I can understand that. Drew's got a bit of a power trip going on, I think.
I'd say, jeez. Let me show you something, alright?
Okay.
This humble village has been under Drew's self-appointed leadership for a week, let's say, right?
Yeah.
And the village is in ruins.
Yeah,
Look at this.
it's not looking great.
The only remaining villagers have become exposed to the virus, turning into zombies
Yeah.
in tethered homes.
That's a little unfortunate.
The town square has exploded to vigilantes. The whole world is in shambles. Homes have been raided and bombarded. Holes in every which way. And you know the only positive thing about the remains of this town? Is
Yeah?
these refugees that I saved on night 1. Putting him in a position where he feels like he has to work with me is troublesome. I don't know if I want to work with him, period. Guy's kind of got a bad MO. But I do think that regardless of my position, I'm gonna need supporters. I think power is in numbers here. Even if I simply have a resistance, if I have a group of like-minded individuals like myself that refuse to give in to the ways of the tyrant, I don't know. Never thought of myself as a leader. What would I do? I'd have to get you know what I'd need? I need a campaign manager.
You would.
Wouldn't happen to know anyone that's good with people, huh?
Well, might know someone.
Do tell.
Well,
My only condition is that they're not aligned with the tyrant over there.
listen. I like to consider myself a neutral party. I really do.
See, that's what I'd like to consider myself too. I don't know if I want to go up against this guy. This guy, he's got full netherite armor.
Yeah.
He's got villager traits.
Yeah.
Earlier I saw him eating rabbit stew.
I can imagine that's a little frightening for you, yeah. Well,
It's not even a good food source. It doesn't even stack, TVRose. It doesn't even stack!
so he was doing that purely to get in your head.
Exactly.
Nah. Listen, I really liked you as a friend.
Look at it.
And
He's killing all the grass.
Aw. I think he's a good guy at heart, but I think some of this power has gone to his head, and I would be willing to work with you. You know, not only to help you and to help our community flourish a little bit better, but also maybe to get through to Drew. And to...
Here's what I think we need. I think I'm a poor choice. I think I'm too weak. I think that he isn't intimidated by my presence. All my armor, it was donated to me. I'm poor. I live in filth. We need a strong figurehead. And I think I know just the person that we should go see. As you know, listen, there's been some developments in Spawn City, right?
Yeah.
And a tyrant has emerged. All right, Drewbegs, he's off the chain. All right, he's gone mad.
He's gone on a power trip.
He's the Drewbegs. He's gone mad. He started smacking me with his netherite sword, eating rabbit stew in front of my face. He was telling me that if I build anywhere within his visual vicinity or whatever it was, that I would be subject to death.
Drew.
That I had to build within his tiny plot, and
He said
when I
some
refused,
really prejudiced things against rabbits, which is just
he
not
said
okay.
some pretty prejudiced rabbit stereotypes about me being rabid and having rabies.
That's crazy.
Listen, my great aunt Hilda died of rabies. All right, it's a serious topic.
I'm so sorry. Drew's
And
been
and-
nothing but a friend to me, though.
then he told me this. He told me outside the city limit, he put down a block. He's like, okay, outside of the city limits you can build. And I said, okay. I started building, and then he said, actually, I've declared outside the city limits protected wildlife. And then I said, okay, well, I'm wildlife. And he's like, protected wildlife except you.
Oh my god.
Yep.
And listen, I love Drew as a friend. He's a very nice guy, you know. But like I said, I think some of the power has gotten to his head, and I think I have an idea to try and bring him down a notch, or at least challenge his authority a little bit. Maybe get him to be reasonable.
Listen, Rose was saying, the only way to stop him would be to be an opposition force. So we would need someone to, he's self-appointed. He keeps saying he's self-appointed leader. Kind of like a self-appointed tyrant, if you ask me. It's way too draconian. And I know that I'm too poor and unintimidating to go up against him, but I know you are a strong and wealthy adversary. I know that if you were his opposition, he would be shaking in his boots. I'm scared.
Oh dear, I have so many fishing rods.
Listen, TV, I know you got a nice place, but be completely prepared to move.
Yeah.
Listen,
spent so much
Misritis and
time.
Kiwi have a nice neighborhood going on just over this way.
I'd consider it. Yeah, I'd definitely consider it if it came to that.
Have you had a look?
I don't think I have. But
All right. Well, next time you have time,
yeah.
come on by.
With Vav too weak to pose any sort of threat, and me, by comparison, even weaker, I feared that we had lost the fight against tyranny before it had even began. But as I write this, I become more and more certain that drastic measures will be needed to get through to my friend. I hold out hope that Themeless will be a rational man and see through Drew's lies. If not, well, then he would be just one more powerful enemy that we've made. I don't want to have to become Drew's enemy. I really don't. He's my friend, and the only person I feel that can give me any information about my past. Also, he scares me. But if it means I have to be his enemy to be a good friend, then his enemy I shall be. Because no true friend would allow this to continue. If Drew wants to be a tyrant, well, then let him. But he must expect a rebellion as part of the job.